Good morning. Good morning. If I could kindly ask everyone to take your seat or find a seat. Thank you very much. Hello, Rafaela. How are you? Well, good morning again, and thanks to all of you for being here today. First, I'd like to ask you to join me in thanking Louisville Brass for that wonderful performance in the Garden. Thank you. I'm John Crockett, and I am honored to chair the Speed Art Museum Board of Trustees. On behalf of the board, it is my honor to welcome you to the official opening of the Elizabeth P. and Frederick K. Cressman Art Park. For nearly a century, the Speed has redefined what a museum can be. Art Park takes that mission outdoors, sparking curiosity, enriching well-being, and strengthening community. It's a space that says art belongs to all. Open and free 365 days a year from dusk to dawn, the park expands the museum's role as a gathering place and a catalyst for good. Today is more than a ribbon cutting. It's a chance to celebrate what we can grow when we invest in each other. Today, we celebrate what makes our city and our Commonwealth strong: our artistic spirit, our care for one another, and our shared sense of place. This is your Speed Art Museum and your gorgeous art park. We are so pleased today to be joined by distinguished guests: First Lady Brittany Beshear, Mayor Craig Greenberg, Representative Emily Callaway, and University of Louisville President Jerry Bradley. I'd also like to recognize our partners from Reed Hildebrand, including Managing Principal John Kett, who helped bring this extraordinary landscape to life. I also want to acknowledge three people without whom this project simply wouldn't have happened. Our Speed Outdoors Capital Campaign co-chairs, Vicki Diaz, Todd Lowe, and Campbell Brown. Their leadership rallied the community behind this dream to create an open-to-all restorative space where art and nature come together. Thank you. Many generous donors' support made Art Park possible, including Elizabeth P. and Frederick K. Cressman. We also want to recognize the transformative impact of the late Al Shands and his wife, Mary Norton Shands, whose bequest of sculptures helped lay the foundation for this beautiful new space. Mr. Shands established the Great Meadows Foundation to strengthen and support art, and we're thrilled to have Stephanie Barrett and Julian Robeson from the Great Meadows Foundation with us here today. This park is a gift to the city, made possible not only by today's supporters, but also by those who came before us. The Speed's history is one of stewardship, of caring for art, for people, and the future of this institution, the oldest and largest art museum in the Commonwealth. I'd like to recognize the Speed's past directors and board chairs. For those that are here with us today, please stand, if you would, when I call your name. And everyone, let's hold our applause until we've gotten to the end of the list. Recent past directors: Peter Morin, Charles Venable, Guilan Dumier, Stephen Riley, and Raphael Plato. Past board chairs: Lopa Marotra, Roger Cood, Brooke Barzan, Martha Slaughter, Bruce Merrick, Alan Latz, Todd Lowe, Dick Clay, Joseph Paradis, the late Sherry Keith Gelsma, Bob Griffith, and Mike Harold. Thanks to all of you. Thanks also to our project management and construction partners, Dan Lawson and the team at Boss Construction, Chris Carmichael and PLC Management, as well as K. Norman Berry, Associates Architects, We Should Do It All, and the B-Sign Group. Thank you to our collaborative partners at U of L, including Meg Campbell and Carrie Whitmore, and thank you to WLKY for being the media sponsor of today's grand opening celebration. Like many cultural institutions across the country, this has been a season of both change and challenge for the museum, and I want to recognize the strength of the staff through it all. From our curators and preparators, to gallery attendants, guest experience, and volunteer docents, to colleagues working tirelessly behind the scenes, their dedication and care sustain this museum and keep it vibrant for the community. We are deeply grateful to the heart they bring to this work every day. Why does this matter? The Speed Art Museum has always been about more than art. It's about community well-being. And that takes leadership from many places at many levels. We're grateful for the leaders across our city and our Commonwealth, in government, in education, in philanthropy, and in neighborhoods who work every day to strengthen our community. As our partners at the Envirome Institute remind us, each act of care and commitment contributes to a circle of health and harmony in our community. We thank the many leaders who share that vision and work toward it every day. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce some of those leaders. First, Kentucky's First Lady, Brittany Bashir.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are celebrating the arts and a new inclusive space for families to enjoy right here in the heart of Louisville. Andy and I believe that art is transformative. It has the power to open our hearts, our minds, to bring us joy, comfort, and profound inspiration. That's why Andy and I founded the Team Kentucky Gallery in the Capitol Building, to highlight the talents of Kentuckians from across the Commonwealth and to foster an appreciation for arts and everybody who had the opportunity to visit before the Capitol closed for a well-deserved facelift. The arts are a $6.5 billion industry supporting over 50,000 jobs. Art boosts our tourism industry. Under Andy's leadership, we've secured the best 3 years on record for Kentucky tourism. So that definitely includes this Speed Museum. Andy and I believe that the arts are for everyone. And in our new Kentucky home, we're dedicated to building more spaces where our families can enjoy art, where they can get outside to learn, ignite curiosity, and spark creativity. The Speed Art Park embodies all of these things. For nearly 100 years, the Speed Art Museum has been a haven for the arts in Louisville. There is something really special about the intersection of nature and the arts, the way it can invoke and heighten all of our senses. This new space surrounding the museum invites everyone to experience this power of art out in the open air. The best part is it's free, so everyone has the opportunity to enjoy it. This park will be such an integral place for the community. It truly reimagines what a museum can be. I look forward to seeing how this park will impact this community. Louisville holds a special place in my family's heart. Andy and I lived here for nearly 15 years before moving to Frankfort. This is where we raised our 2 kids, Will and Lila. Some of our favorite memories include taking them out into the city to have new experiences, including Art Sparks. We spent a lot of time in Art Sparks. It makes me happy to think that other families can make these memories. I want to thank everyone who made this new park possible. You're helping us to build our new Kentucky home, where there is opportunity and prosperity for every family, where everybody has access to the places that make our Commonwealth so special. Thank you so very much.
Now it's my pleasure to welcome the Honorable Mayor Craig Greenberg. Craig?
Thank you so much, John, and good morning, everyone. What a beautiful and appropriate fall morning it is to be with everyone here for this wonderful celebration. John, thanks to you and to the entire board of the Speed and the entire management team. Thanks to Vicki and to Todd and to Campbell, the entire committee, and to every donor who's here and from around the city and world that contributed to this amazing project. I'm incredibly proud that Louisville Metro government is among those that financially supported this wonderful public park. Thanks to President Bradley for your support of the Speed as a great neighbor and partner, and thanks for everything that you are doing, leading the university in partnership with the city. We have an incredibly bright future at U of L and across our entire city. And also you'll hear from one of my colleagues who's also an elected official in a moment, Representative Callaway. Great to be here with you today, and great to be with some other elected officials that are great advocates for our city and for art and for the outdoors as well. Representative Joshua Watkins, Senator Keturah Herron, Council Member Jennifer Chappell, thank you all for being with us today to celebrate this wonderful event. You know, as you just heard from First Lady, art is incredibly transformative. For me and for so many others, art is also incredibly powerful. It is a powerful experience to view art, to live with art, to interact with art. And that power is amplified when it's in this wonderful, beautiful outdoor space right here at the Speed Art Park. The Speed has a long tradition of great architecture, of great design, of great programming, and of course, great art. And now to bring it out to the entire public, free of charge, to give everybody that opportunity is so important and powerful. And it's an important signal and sign to our entire community of the importance of art in our community, and the importance of art to our health, to our mental health, to our physical health, to our community's health. Right here is an incredibly important location in our city. We are right here at the crossroads of where the Olmsted Parkways and park system join together. We're on the edge of our incredibly important university, at the edge of Old Louisville, close to downtown, close to other neighborhoods that come together. So to say that right here in the heart of our city, we are bringing people together, we're bringing students, faculty, community members alike together around art is going to be incredibly powerful. For each one of these students that walks through it every day, for any community member that enjoys it on a beautiful day today, or whether it's cloudy or any other weather, there is an opportunity to be transformed by art right here. And it's an incredibly wonderful new addition to our city. So thank you all so much. Thanks to everyone who joined together to make this happen, to once again put Louisville on the map for a wonderful reason, this time around our health, around art, and around our community. It is so exciting to be with you all here today. Congratulations.
Next, I'm honored to present Kentucky Representative Emily Callaway from District 37, which includes parts of Jefferson and Bullitt counties. Representative Callaway.
Good morning. It is an honor to stand here today as we dedicate this incredible space at the Speed Art Museum. Almost a century ago, the doors opened, and about 2,000 men and women poured through those doors in an effort to bring world-class art to Louisville. In the 98 years since the first day, the Speed has grown to become one of Kentucky's greatest treasures and a beacon of our shared history and culture. As a proud member of the Kentucky History Caucus, I see firsthand how our Commonwealth's story is told in not just textbooks and archives. It's best experienced in the buildings we preserve, in the landmarks that we protect, and the artistic and cultural legacy that we will pass down for generations. This museum is more than a collection of paintings and sculptures. It reminds us that Kentucky has always been a frontier of ideas, exploration, and creativity. Institutions like the Speed exist because people believe in something so strongly, they make them possible. People like Doctors Elizabeth and Frederick Cressman. Both were devoted supporters of the Speed, and Elizabeth Cressman's love of art led her to use her retirement to obtain a PhD in art history at U of L. And so the Cressman legacy, it lives on in this incredible space. And frankly, it lives on in our communities, in the halls of hospitals, churches, and research laboratories. Louisville's own Justice Louis Brandeis once said, "The most important political office is of the private citizen." And he's right. Today is proof of that. This outdoor gathering space is the result of collaboration between civic leaders, cultural institutions, and engaged citizens. It's what happens when public stewardship meets private commitment, when history meets vision. And how fitting that we dedicate not just a room or a gallery, but an outdoor space. Art should not be hidden away. It should be lived with, walked through, and experienced together. The outdoors have always been a great equalizer. Under the heavens, titles fade, differences quiet, and neighbors remember that they're neighbors. Under the skies, we recognize there is far more to unite us than to divide. That is what the Speed offers Kentucky, not just beauty, but belonging. So today, we don't just dedicate a physical space. We renew our responsibility to preserve what we've inherited, to make culture accessible to every Kentuckian, urban and rural, young and old, to ensure that our children know the past not as a burden, but as a gift. May this space remind us that history is not static, it is alive. And as long as places like the Speed exist and continue to open their doors to the public, Kentucky's story will continue to be written, not just in the pages of a history book. It will remain alive in stone, steel, and sunlight. So thank you, and may this ground be filled with conversation, reflection, unity, inspiration for generations to come. Thank you.
I'm now pleased to introduce our Belknap campus neighbor and partner, who will be officially inaugurated next week as the University of Louisville's 20th president, Dr. Jerry Bradley. Thank you, Dr. Bradley, and the University Board of Trustees for your financial support that helped make today possible. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It is just a beautiful day to be at this event, and I bring greetings and congratulations from your nearest neighbor on this wonderful accomplishment, the Art Park. You know, I think we've heard a couple of words here I'd like to stress. Free. This is free. This is an amazing addition to our campus from the standpoint that it connects this building to our campus. Our students will be traversing this very walkway here, and they're all in class right now, but if you wait here until about 11:30, you're going to see throngs of students actually coming this way, which just shows you the access and the visibility that this will bring to both our students and to our campus. I just can't say enough about the partnership. You heard a couple of words around the collaborative and partnerships that both the mayor, First Lady have talked about, and Representative Camelway and John, is, you know, essentially we don't get anything done unless it's done through partnerships and working together. And this truly is a work that was brought together by partnerships, both by the city, by the state, by the Speed Museum, by donors, and from all of you in this room. And because of it, we have the product here that we will enjoy for years and years to come. We have been working, we have a lot of, sorry about that. We have a lot of things in common with the Speed School, so we share a lot of commonalities, and a lot of them are around our commitment to community, our community to art, but our commitment to beautification of this whole area on South 3rd Street. We've been working for many years on making this really a jewel the gateway into the campus. And so I'm so thrilled that this has culminated in this event today. You know, I like to remind the students, you know, that there are not many here today. Is there any students here from U of L here today? Okay, we have a student representative. Excellent. All right. So thank you for coming. Now, the reason they're not here is they're in class. But I applaud that student for being here because, you know, we allow our students, faculty, and staff free access. We pay a subscription to allow that to happen because we want to promote, you know, the arts among our students. And what we want to promote is that this is a living classroom, and this is where our students can learn, they can come, and they can walk through the garden, they can come into the museum. And the great thing about this place to learn is that there are no exams, right? There are no tests. So anyway, we can't stress enough the partnership and bringing our students in here. I just want to congratulate the organizers of this, the work that they've put into this, John and the board, the mayor, the city, the state. Everybody has been just such a great contributor to this project, and here we are today to celebrate. So again, I just want to congratulate the Speed Museum on this amazing day, and it's going to serve the university and the city for many, many years to come. So thank you.
Well, believe it or not, we needed professional help to get this done. Reed Hildebrand is an acclaimed landscape architecture firm with vast experience in the design of cultural institutions. So please join me in welcoming John Kett, Managing Principal, to the podium. John?
Wow. Thank you, John, First Lady Beshear, Mayor Greenberg, Representative Callaway, and President Bradley for those beautiful remarks, and to all of you for coming out today on this gorgeous morning to celebrate this truly remarkable moment for Louisville. If you'll indulge me, I just want to take a moment to pause and revel in this moment because it's truly magical. This opening marks the culmination of 15 years of commitment and persistence by so many of you represented here today. When Doug Reed and I interviewed for this project in 2010, we expressed our belief that this property held a critical place in the fabric of the city and Louisville's Olmsted Park and Parkway system, as the mayor described. And this landscape in particular holds the potential to stand on equal footing with the museum and its interior collections. Over the course of the next decade and a half, we had the privilege of working with the incredible staff at the Speed, as well as a dedicated board and building and grounds committee and committed donors, and our amazing design team and construction partners to bring that aspiration to reality. Making a landscape requires conviction and patience, flexibility and humility. We start with an idea, in this case about extending the legacy of public parks originating with Olmsted's vision here in Louisville, and reimagining the grounds of the museum to reflect and serve its mission, an invitation to everyone to celebrate art forever. To achieve this, we've brought definition to the edges, framing the new art park and reorienting the experience inwards toward the museum and the campus, not turning away from the city, but asserting landscape in a way that bridges the city to the museum. An accessible garden path circumscribes the park, which will be extended in phase 2 of the work to incorporate the space across the current entry drive, knitting together the full 3-acre grounds into a singular experience of art, architecture, and landscape. The space between the 1927 building and 3rd Street is transformed into a civic forecourt, allowing visitors to appreciate the elegance of the historic facade, experience the newly constructed, and may I say watertight, reflecting pool, and linger with new works of art from the Shands collection. A new path connects 3rd Street to the cinema entrance, and the intensive service demands of both the museum and the campus are choreographed to coexist within a newly claimed campus space, prioritizing pedestrian movement while finally achieving necessary access to the loading dock at the Speed. At the center of the composition, the project transforms a former passageway, the historic Ship Street, which accommodates upwards of 9,000 students daily, into a vibrant yet tranquil place, a place of pause. Here, a grove of 36 lacebark elm trees creates a shaded court where museum patrons, students, and the broader Louisville community come together in a shared support of creative expression. Originally conceived as a piazza, a place where people from all walks of life pass through and come together, today it's transformed into a garden. Immersive and shaded, rich and ever-changing, vital with the people and the insects and the birds and the amphibians, attracted by the flowers and fruits of the garden to create a rich ecology. This landscape is alive. Olmsted often referred to the importance of what he called the habitual user, those people who engage with the landscape throughout the days, seasons, and years, observing the ephemeral dynamics of a place and the rhythm of change. He argued that these are the users who form the deepest connections to a place, loving it as they would their own home and their own community. We invite you to explore this garden again and again, to wander its paths and find respite in its shade, to meet friends and neighbors and build relationships anew, to contemplate its works of art and contribute your own creative energy to its vitality. Enjoy it, revel in it. I know we all are today. Thank you.
I said it before, and I'll say it again, that this project would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our campaign team. Campbell Brown, Vicki Diaz, and Todd Lowe led the $22 million Speed Outdoors Capital campaign. Vicki and Todd are here with us today to say a few words.
Good morning. It's sort of beyond exciting to be here this morning. It's hard to imagine, Todd, when we started this adventure years ago, that we would actually be here celebrating this place and the people who love art and the Speed so much. Honestly, it's just been a blessing and an honor to help create this incredible space that everyone can come and enjoy, connect with nature, be with their loved ones, and hopefully experience incredible programming in the future. Of course, this wouldn't have been possible, number one, without our donors. All of you know who you are. You know how much I appreciate you, how much Todd appreciates you, and we just want to say thank you.
Before we start wrapping up here, I wanted to recognize Peter Morin, our longtime director, who came in a few minutes ago. Peter, welcome. John alluded to this being an ongoing project, which is hard to believe, but it's still going to be going on. In connection with University of Louisville, the State Transportation Cabinet, and Metro Government, there's a 3rd Street beautification and simplification that's taking place. And where you see the Wishbone off to the north, which is done by artist Mark Hanford, that will be the second part of the park. So we will have additional work to do out there and have additional sculptures to add to the collection up there. So more to come. You know, this is 2 years away from our 100th anniversary. So it's really a timely thing for us to have the park open in time for the anniversary. And I'm sure we'll have more surprises by then. So we invite you to stay with us and enjoy our centennial in 2 years. I also want to reiterate how important the private donors have been to these projects, both this building and then the Speed Outdoors project. We did receive city money, thank you, Mayor, for work on the park. It's the first government money that we can recall from city or state that the Speed has had. And we've raised about $150 million from private sources over the past 15 years to build this building, build the outdoor park, and to operate the organization. So all of you who are donors, we thank you immensely for your help in letting us get this done. We're the end except for John wrapping up, and I'm sure you hate to hear that, but let me bring John back up and we'll let you go out and enjoy the park. Thank you.
Just a few more remarks, I promise. Again, thank you all for being with us here today. I hope you'll take time to enjoy the park on your own or join us for a guided tour at 11 o'clock. And of course, we welcome you to step inside the museum to experience more than 6,000 years of human creativity. We have 3 special exhibits opening in the next month that you won't want to miss. Vian Sora, Outer Worlds, opens October the 10th. The following week, we open our marquee exhibition, Otherworldly Journeys, The Fantastical Worlds of Bosch and Bruegel. And Levon Van Williams Jr., Everything Must Change, opens November the 6th. Later today, from 1 to 3, we will have a celebration in the courtyard with art making, snacks, games, guided tours, music, and a showcase of community partners whose work echoes the Speed's commitment to art, well-being, and the environment. I want to also thanks to a partnership with TARC, Art Park will be your home base for celebrating art all weekend long. Visitors can ride TARC shuttles between the Speed Art Museum and the St. James Court Art Show on Friday, February 3rd. On the 4th and 5th, the free shuttle route is expanded to include artists and afros at the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Complex. Enjoy your day and a weekend full of art, community, and creative access across our city. And now I'd like to ask Mayor Greenberg to step forward. Everybody, okay, we're all going to go grab some scissors. Let's go.